Hello, my name is Josh, and welcome to the daily Resident Evil 5 news. Yes.
Yay.
We're in 2016, and somehow there is new news about new content for Resident Evil 5.
Yep.
The Xbox One and PS4 versions will be getting this, Mercenaries United, a new Mercenaries mode. I think the main point of this mode is to have all characters available in one mode, as like this picture kind of implies.
It says, as well as the new mode, the Mercenaries United, which combines the two fan favorite modes, Mercenaries and Mercenaries Reunion, for an even more intense experience.
So intense! Yes.
Oh, I'm crying.
Yes.
This is the last, pretty much the last thing that RE5 could possibly do that I want out of it.
I can remember when I first played the Gold Edition back in 2010. Like I was like, it was a thing I really wanted, having all characters available in one mode like this, Barry and Jill fighting together. I was honestly baffled that wasn't possible, and like it is a very obvious good inclusion to have.
Yes. And it's in addition to, it's not like they combined it and then scrapped the other two modes separately.
Yeah,
it's its own separate mode.
They've also announced that No Mercy will be part of this release, although they haven't said if it'll be single player only as the PC version or if it'll officially include the multiplayer support.
They also mentioned that Mercenaries United will be available from the beginning. All the characters will be available.
That's nice. So in total, there are actually 4 different Mercenaries modes in the game. There's Mercenaries, Reunion, United, and No Mercy. So that's a lot of Mercenaries.
So in this package, we're kind of getting like everything we asked for. This is pretty much almost as good as a standalone Mercenaries game, except it's not on PC. But
except it's just all content. I mean, it is cool, but I mean, I just want to point out, like, this is like I still want a standalone Mercenaries game, Capcom.
And there will be new content sectors. They'll finally get to use all those unused voice clips. Well, some of them.
Yeah, I guess like you will finally hear Barry yell Jill. Like, I think a few voice clips will be used. I think there will still be a lot of unused voice clips.
No, they'll throw those in too.
Wait, hold on. Where does it say that the old Mercenaries modes will still be there? Because I haven't seen anything about that.
I'll have to look around, but it was definitely mentioned somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing it in the Capcom Unity post about it. It just says Mercenaries United and No Mercy.
Yeah, actually, when I look at the Xbox Live page, it mentions the modes, but it just mentions it as comparison. So yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it doesn't actually 100% confirm that it doesn't replace Mercenaries and Reunion.
But the thing is, United is Mercenaries and Reunion together, so what would the point in having the old modes be?
There is one huge reason, and this is also another thing I was curious about. Is United based on normal Mercenaries or Reunion? Because Reunion changed the enemy layout and also the scoring system.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, well, I mean,
it was in normal Mercenaries that you wanted to have the most time at the end. That was the most important. And then Reunion, they introduced the saving the boss characters or the boss enemies to the end.
Yeah.
And keeping your combo was more important.
That they also made the head shot melees more powerful. Like a headshot melee would almost always kill an enemy, and that was not the case with normal Mercenaries. Well, unless you played as Wesker.
Also, Reunion had Duvalia spawn a lot more often.
Oh, the blob heads.
The crab heads, blob heads.
And they had like the big Magini with weapons. I don't think that was ever possible in normal Mercenaries. And you had like Allison appear in Public Assembly.
I think you're...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about your mods for a second.
No. But yeah, I guess we're not completely sure if it'll include normal Mercenaries and Reunion. We also don't know, like, if actually, can we get any hints by the screenshots? Like this is United. I guess it's impossible to tell if this is based on. Actually, wait. The time bonuses are different in normal Mercenaries and Reunion, right? Is this?
That's true. Yeah.
Anyone remember which one this corresponds to?
I know those definitely are there for normal Mercenaries. I can't remember what the difference was between Village on Reunion, though. I didn't play that one as often.
Another question is how will they rebalance characters in any way? Because reunion characters were, I think, in general, much more powerful than normal characters. Barry,
Also, I wonder if
especially.
they'll change. I wonder if they'll change the way the special melees work, if getting access to those, because you had to use certain character combinations to be able to do that.
Yeah, and also after trying to mod the new PC version, I learned that system was very much hard-coded, and you got some very buggy results if you actually tried to combine reunion characters with normal mercenaries characters.
It'd be nice if they just made it so using certain costumes would give you access regardless of who you're playing with, because a lot of those moves are really cool, but you rarely got to see them.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of things to consider about this new United mode. I mean, I think it's safe to say it will be online. It will be co-op enabled. I mean, it's kind of obvious already based on this.
Mm-hmm.
You can play as host and guest.
And you use the touchpad for something in the PS4 version.
Oh yeah. And I assume it will have its own leaderboard.
Oh yes, those glorious mercenaries leaderboards that are never hacked ever.
But I guess I can start babbling about other stuff besides Mercenaries United, because they have mentioned like it will include all previously released DLC for the game, and the release date is June 28th on PSN and Xbox Live, and then July 12th it will be released on retail. I don't know if it's released in retail only in America, but also Europe or only North America. I don't know.
The Capcom Unity press release does only mention North America for the disc version of the game.
And I want to say RE6 was only released retail in North America. I could be wrong though.
I think that sounds right.
And the price will be $20, which is a pretty fair price, I would say.
Yeah, it's low enough for me to get it for both Xbox One and PS4.
Okay, so I think we've now covered all the notes I have written down about the new news, except for one note. So I have one last note here where I have written, "Why is this not for PC? Arg!" I mean, like I mean, 5 years. We waited 5 years for Gold Edition content to come to PC. It finally arrived. It arrived in a state which was a little bit too buggy, in my opinion, and now we're back to missing content. Yeah, sure, you can kind of do this via modding, but you won't get leaderboards. And like as I mentioned earlier, those special partner moves are kind of buggy because of how those moves are added to the game, and like it's just kind of hard coded to work in a specific way. So, like if you try to play as Jill and Barry, you will get some buggy moves. I'm a little bit annoyed. I really wish they had delayed the PC Steamworks version by 1 year and just ported this version instead. That would have been the best solution by far.
It doesn't. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really make sense that they just didn't wait, because this version is adding new stuff and it's better. It's better suited for PC.
Yeah.
I don't. It's kind of weird. I guess maybe they probably won't patch this stuff into it in the current version, but maybe they'll do another re-release on Steam.
I don't.
Oh, that would be so weird. I mean, I would personally say yes. Why not just do it? But it would be weird. I mean, I feel like Capcom would just think it's too late since they already did the PC version last year.
That would be asking a lot of people to buy it again so quick.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be a nice thing to do, like a nice polite thing to do, just to. Well, I mean, I guess it would be a nice, expensive thing for Capcom to do, just to report it again and not charge for it. Just have this replace the current PC version. But yeah, that is not a realistic thing for Capcom to consider, I think.
Yeah. But we're focusing on the positive. Sectus is going to buy a PS4. That's happy times.
If they release it on PC, we'll have a stable base. Like have mods where we can use Barry and Jill in No Mercy co-op online, which won't be possible in this version. I assume anyway. I would assume.
It's not confirmed yet, but
yeah, I would just assume that No Mercy has the Mercenaries characters and not the United characters. But it would be cool if they actually changed that too.
I know RE5's version of No Mercy was a lot more demanding than RE6's version of it. But I think if the consoles can handle No Mercy and co-op on RE6, they should.
Actually, I don't.
They should try to do that on
RE5. I don't think RE5 No Mercy was more demanding.
So, here's my prediction.
Yeah.
For this, No Mercy mode will remain single player only because they never officially added online co-op support to any version of the game.
Wait. I just went to the Japanese page. Like I kind of wish I had added this screenshot to the podcast, but there's a screenshot of Josh fighting a whole lot of lickers.
Yeah, so that goes on to the second part of what my prediction was going to be, is that you will be able to select the reunion characters in No Mercy, but it will still be single player only. That was my prediction, but I guess it's not a prediction.
Yeah, I mean now it's just fact. So yeah, I guess that also makes me think like that. Yeah, maybe they have just replaced Mercenaries and Reunion with United.
That could be. Yeah, maybe it's all just one big mode now.
Yeah.
So maybe the normal mercenaries that you can do in co-op will contain the reunion enemy layout, and then No Mercy will contain the No Mercy layout.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
I wish we could tell by screenshots if it was Reunion or Normal Mercenaries United would be based on, because I'm curious. And I also know that there's some hardcore mercenaries players like who try to compete for high scores, like world record, which really prefer Mercenaries over Reunion because of the changed rules.
I don't know if I even have a preference though between the two scoring systems. I like them both.
I think I personally prefer Reunion, but I mean both are fun. I think it's a fun challenge to keep the bosses alive in the long run.
Yeah, that added an interesting challenge.
Yeah, even though some of the glitches can be a little bit annoying, like I think on Prison people just found a way to just lock a boss in a cell, which was kind of funny and kind of stupid. And I guess another important thing to consider, will they change versus? I mean, I kind of would assume no, since they probably would have mentioned that. But it would be fun to have all the characters available in versus too.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe that's the something that they'll leave alone because of the imbalances that you mentioned earlier. Because some of the characters are just like Barry's Hurricane.
Yeah. The balance differences would definitely be very noticeable in online versus.
One thing I want to mention that I made a note of, is that the Japanese rating for the game is D for ages 17 plus. So I think that could potentially mean that they're including the Chris Redfield nude mod in this release.
I hate to say, I think the game always had that rating.
Yes, D is just the equivalent of like an R rating for an American film.
So yeah, this. Oh damn it! I don't have any other characters set up. Can't even add anymore. But yeah, I guess that's all the news to cover for RE5. But it is pretty crazy that after all these years, they're actually adding new content to RE5.
I am very, very hopeful that they're doing this. Like this is really good news to me. And maybe it's probably being a little bit too optimistic, but maybe this is something that can hint that they'll continue to do this kind of stuff with future Resident Evil releases too. Like they're gonna keep Mercenaries and try to combine all the best things that people enjoy out of each game.
I think it's neat. Out of all things they did to the game, it was specifically something related to Mercenaries they worked on, because like maybe that's a hint they really care about Mercenaries, and like future RE titles will have a huge focus on it too.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
It also makes me curious if they'll do anything special with RE4, or if that'll just be a pure port of the PC version.
I wouldn't expect much for RE4. I think it's just going to be Ultimate HD Edition on console, hopefully running at 60 FPS.
I mean, this is. I would be surprised if they are not fixed, but I'm also a little bit curious if the PC bugs, which is like in the bugs in the RE5 Steamworks version, will be visible here, or if they're actually fixed now.
Like the collision issue, which was pretty awful.
Well, I think they fixed that for 60 FPS, right? Did they?
For 60, yeah, but not for anything above it.
But then again, this port, I guess that's another thing we should mention. Like this port is 1080p 60 FPS.
Yeah,
that is confirmed.
That's true. Okay.
But yeah, there are other bugs, like for instance, in Survivors, you can drop your pistol, which is not meant to be possible, which will basically make you entirely defenseless if you're unlucky and die early.
Oh, I forgot that happened. I thought that was like the mod that happened.
Oh no, and also the private lobbies don't work at all. I'll be pretty darn surprised if those bugs are not fixed.
Yeah, there's too much playtesting that the games would have to go through on console. They would not get by with that.
Yeah. And I also want to mention, 2 weeks from now, E3 will start, and I am betting all socks in the entire world, including socks I don't own myself. RE7, the new mainline RE game, will be announced there. I am super certain, so certain. That is based on the previous podcast I made about those financial numbers, because I just can't see that game being anything else.
Yeah, I'm 77% certain that Sectus is right.
I think it's going to happen too.
Okay, so is there anything else you wanted to mention about RE5, Xbox One and PS4 version before we move on?
I'm extremely happy. I'm so happy. My favorite game again, and they're combining the best parts of it too. And Lost in Nightmares is there, and all of it's included, all the costumes, everything, and they made something new for it. I'm stammering because I'm so happy. But I hope this re-release is going to allow the game to be exposed to more people who haven't been able to play it before, and they'll get to enjoy it for what it is, rather than basing it off of expectations built by previous installments.
Looking at people reacting to RE6, I got the impression people were more positive to that than the original RE6 release. So I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm hoping for. People have had time to kind of simmer down about the whole, this isn't RE4, or this isn't classic RE, or this is co-op. Like, I think people are a little bit more open to those kinds of things now.
I think it'll be fun to watch random Twitch streams of people playing RE5 for the first time. I did that with RE6 quite a bit, and it was just fun to see people play it for the first time.
Yeah, and fun to see people be more positive about it in general, for the most part.
Yeah. Although, as always, you will see people enter Twitch chat all the time saying, "Oh my god, this is not real Resident Evil. Why are you guys playing this? Oh my god."
Yeah, that's unavoidable.
On the one hand, it's annoying that this version with all its improvements is not coming to PC. That's annoying. But the price is lower than I was expecting. So I originally wasn't going to bother with this, but I might pick this up.
It's $20 US listed on the Xbox One store, by the way.
16 British pounds.
I have the problem, I don't own an Xbox One or PS4 at all. I think if I own one, I would just buy this for the sake of it. But I don't think this is enough to convince me to buy a PS4 or Xbox One right now. So I'll be skipping this release for now.
But not this in combination with Dead or Alive Extreme 3, Sectus?
Don't get me wrong. Dead or Alive Extreme 3 is a really tempting reason to get a PS4. Like, that's a great game, but yeah, I kind of need more. And also, like, I like 2560 by 1440. I like frame rates over 60 FPS. I like the freedom of using any controller I want. I like mods. Like, I like these things. Why don't they just release everything for PC? That's my... Yeah, I am not very demanding. I just want everything. That's all.
Well, if you guys are looking for people to play with on PS4, I will play with you.
Cool.
Me, Rymante X.
Hey.
Okay,
Speak for me, sir.
I think it's time to move on.
Okay.
I have more news. I didn't tell you guys this, but I have prepared some more news.
Oh.
And
Okay.
lo and behold, they're also RE5 related. So there's this game called Umbrella Core. We haven't talked about it in a while, and it's that's new stuff. So here we are, Public Assembly, Kijuju in Umbrella Core. This is one of the maps they're adding to Umbrella Core.
It looks so dry.
This is not Kijuju, this is the village from RE4. It even has the Ganados as enemies. And that's like this Umbrella Core generic pew 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 dude. He has a gun. Pew, pew,
It's
pew,
Agent.
pew, pew.
It's Hunk.
Pew pew pew. No, it's not Hunk.
Might as well be.
And they also have the Magini from RE5 as enemies. He's all like.
No, he's all like, I see this wrench. I got it from that dude in Bioshock. You like it?
The Wesker bus is in Umbrella Corps.
Yeah, I'm still not buying it.
You can be on rooftops and shoot at peeps. I think this is still public assembly. I don't recognize this part of the map. I don't know.
It
Maybe
seems very cut off.
Yeah,
Maybe
it seems a bit weird.
Expanded it. This is a new part of the map.
Maybe. It definitely looks edited. Like this doesn't look like normal public assembly, but it's very, very reminiscent.
I'm not impressed with the graphics at all.
Is that a dog?
That would be my guess.
This is Village against the Ganano dude. I think this is like a single player, or like, well, a co-op mode against AI they're adding to the game.
You gotta hunt the DNA.
This is...
Oh, he changed a bit.
He has more polygons and texels. Is it? I think texels is the name of like pixels in a texture. I don't know.
He doesn't have quite the seething rage that the RE4 version of this guy had. He's just like, oh,
well, he has not many years to think things over, Ryman. Like he's more okay with how things are.
He does look like he can't be bothered right now. Oh, whatever.
And this is another returning location. This is RE2 police station.
Oh.
Well, that's why I didn't recognize it.
Now with random stuff in the middle, so you can use it conveniently as cover. I can hear you guys are really impressed, really interested in this content. Good, good, good.
I mean, whoever's been selling all that corrugated sheet metal must be very happy with all the money they're getting.
This is police station again. What does that say? There's some text there. FBC, isn't that the corporation?
That's Jessica.
Yeah.
Also,
Federal Bureau of Contamination.
No. It's black and yellow, so it's obviously Federal B Company.
Where are you, car?
Buzz. Well, they look like bees.
Here's another map, Raccoon City outside the police station. And as any RE game, it has to feature a sewer, just like RE5. It has police cars and like fire, and there's sky and rain, all features of this game.
Can you zoom in on that and see what state it says?
10A, December.
Alabama.
BSAA.
10A deck. This game is rated D also.
So I think this is where we get to the good stuff, because you can unlock customization, making you look like other characters from the RE franchise.
Oh
like
my
right
fucking, what the fuck? Is his head inflated or what?
There's Chris and Leon.
It looks horrible.
That doesn't, what the hell is that?
And here we go. Chris and
Oh
Leon
no, wait,
again.
go back to that last one.
Did you edit these in Photoshop or something?
It is funny. It does look like it's Photoshop, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's hunk.
But no, these are official screenshots, and yeah, this is Wesker. That's hunk, yeah.
It's so disproportionate. Isn't Leon taller than that?
Here we are again,
What
Chris
the
and
fuck
Leon.
is? Oh,
And the Kendo gun shop. Here's Hunk again, and I think that's Chris in the background.
See, Hunk
That's
is the only one that fits, that looks right.
yeah.
Yeah, because you don't see his face.
Yeah.
That's Wesker and Jake.
What the fuck?
I can't.
What the hell? Oh my
Chris and
god.
Barry.
I can't.
Their heads are just too big.
And that's all the screenshots I have. So yeah, that's stuff you can look forward to. I think it's June 23rd. Umbrella Corps is getting released to PS4 and PC, and I think it's digital only.
No, it's just a bad dream. It's not actually happening.
And I think I've done enough ranting about stuff earlier in the podcast. I'll just not say much about the game, but it's available for people who are into esports, biohazard, competitive shooters where you can play as these characters. Yes.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yep. Bye.
But RE5, yay!
E3 in 2 weeks. Resident Evil 7 announcement. Yes. Bye.
I'll take it. Fine. Okay, yeah, okay, that's effective censoring.
Bye.
I feel like you're staring at me.
Bye. Where's me?
Recording test, yes. Recording test,
Whoosh! Whoosh, damn it!